What's up, guys? Welcome back to Backcourt Bytes. I'm Wes. 7 games on the agenda last night. Let's get right into it. Rockets steal one in Milwaukee, 122-115. Pistons come back and win against the 76ers, 111-108. Knicks bully the Nets again, 134-98. Thunder erase a 19-point deficit. They end up coming back and beating the Grizzlies by 14. And Warriors take care of the Pacers pretty easily. Let's get right into it. First game is the Rockets versus the Bucks.
He misses. You got to get this rebound.
First game is Rockets versus the Bucks. Bucks were in control most of the night. 61-50 at half. Giannis just living at the rim. Crowd pretty comfortable. Then the fourth quarter hits. Houston drops 40. Durant goes full closer mode, 31 points. Huge mid-range to take the lead with 142 left. Şengün, 23, 11, and 7. And this huge and one at the end of the night. Orchestrating from the elbows, punishing the help side. Perfect partner for Durant in those crunch time. And then the supporting cast of Amen Thompson, Jabari Smith, Reed Shepherd, all giving great minutes. For Milwaukee, Giannis puts up 37 and 8, but it feels like a familiar game script. Stagnant half-court offense, your turn, my turn, missed free throws, confused coverages, just classic Milwaukee breakdown. Takeaways from this game, Rockets showed grown-up playoff execution on the road against size. Durant and Şengün, legitimate combo. For the Bucks, it's not the effort that's the problem, it's the architecture. If you're a contender, you cannot lose games where Giannis has games like this. You've got to figure out a way to win this, especially at home. So, huge win for the Rockets.
If he misses, you got to get this rebound. Which they do.
There you go, big fella. 1 for 4 there.
Yep. Şengün behind the back, chase him. Still on the dribble, loses Giannis again, pirouettes on Turner, it goes down, plus the foul. That's incredible stuff from Alperen Şengün, your center.
That is absolute money there from Şengün, and how sweet was that play? You got Greece versus Turkey, the rematch in the NBA. Şengün takes him to town. Calms down, beats him to the right hand, gets to the hole, and watch that spin cycle against one of the greatest shot blockers we have in the league, and showing the guns there.
And he completes the three-point play. Rockets by 6. Timeout Milwaukee. Fans begin to leave the building with 23 and 14.
Pressure, you know, who gets just shaked and baked and reaches for a gamble there. Şengün gets downhill, but again, it's not the first move that's
Moving on to the Pistons versus Sixers. Cade, huge second half. Final score 111-108. Cade had 2 points at halftime. Detroit was turning the ball over. Philly was riding Maxey, 10-point lead at halftime. Second half looked like a different game. Cade finished with 26 and 11, controlled the entire game, manipulates pick and roll, attacks the mismatches, sets up his shooters, buries mid-range. Jalen Duren adds 21 and 16, destroying the glass, constant lob threat, resetting broken possessions. Role guys, Duncan Robinson, Karis LeVert, they spaced out the floor for Cade. This team has needed shooting, and it looks like they finally have it. Maxey drops 33 and does basically everything. Drummond gives them solid enough minutes without Embiid, but there's no other creator. It's Maxey versus the world. Pistons 8-2 with a real identity. Cade plus Duren plus shooters. This is not a drill. This looks sustainable. For Philly, this is your Embiid-less problem. I mean, if Maxey isn't elite, the offense dries up really fast. So can Maxey keep carrying Philly? What are they going to do there? You know, we'll find out.
3.5 to play in the first. Cade on top. Screen from JD, back in the lane to Jalen Duren for a left-hand jam. The star comes to get it in the corner. Cade double, lobs to Jalen Duren for a jam.
Nice.
Cade against Edgecombe. Cade to the basket. Banks it in. Here come the Pistons, trailing by 7. Important possession. Cade backs down, turns and fires and fills it up.
Nice.
Effortless, and now it's a 5-point Philly lead. Maxey goes baseline. Maxey gets it squashed and saved by Jalen Duren. What a play. Cade on the run. Cade to the rim, lays it up, lays it in. Count that baby, and a foul. Cade gets a screen from Javonte Green. Spins, hooks on the run, hits it. What a play. That was big time. Now Cade rifles a pass inside for Jalen Duren. JD off the glass and good. Count that baby, and a foul. Just under 2 to play. Huge possession for the Pistons. Cade drives it, jams it. A huge dunk on a huge possession. Cade against Oubre Jr. Cade down the lane of the basket. Fall away from in front, fills it up!
All right, let's go to the Knicks versus Nets. 11 straight wins for the Knicks in this rivalry. But 11 straight wins for the Knicks. From the jump, it's just a beating. 40-22 after one. 77-62 at half. 12-0 run to start the third. Almost a 40-point lead. Cat with 28 and 12, scoring at on 3 levels. Brunson, OG, 19 each, controlling the tempo, setting the tone. The defense looked good. Defense was active, ball popping. The Garden was loud. This is exactly how a serious team should treat a fragile team like the Nets. For Brooklyn, Michael Porter Jr. scores, but it's basically empty calories. Defense looks soft. Rotations look late. Zero interior presence. Body language is at an all-time low. Just terrible performance by the Nets, but that's kind of what we've gotten used to this season. Knicks look like a real problem in the East. If Cat can be locked in like this and Brunson is steering, they're going to be a real problem. Nets, deep identity crisis. We'll talk about that more in the last segment, but they are at a free fall right now. Let's move on to the Thunder versus the Grizzlies. Not sure if this is a contender win or a B- night by the Thunder, but they were down 19 on the road. First half, Memphis looked good. 50% shooting. OKC could not make a 3. The lead stretched to be about 19 before OKC trimmed it to 9 at the half. Second half, third quarter, OKC, they outscored the Grizzlies by 16, 34-18. They looked good defensively in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, same old. Shea time. He ends with 35 points. Step backs if the defense went under the screen. Free throws if they chased the screen. He was just in total control. Chet and AJ Mitchell both around 20 points. Hartenstein cleans the glass, sets great screens. Ja Morant, once again, 3 for 18. When your star can't convert, OKC loads up. Memphis' offense just collapsed. Tough jumpers, could not get anything to fall. Thunder 10-1. Winning games like this is terrifying. If they're down 19 and can still put this performance back together and win this game, they could play only half of a game and still beat you. You know, Memphis has effort, but they're not a complete offense, and they don't have an elite defense. So against teams like this, they're definitely going to struggle. So
there's a cut from SGA. Trying to attack. Pulls up on the baseline. A little bit short. Knew he was going to miss it. Follow.
Since middle school, follow your shot, young players. And that's what Shea did. He's got a chance at the first and 1.
SGA head down, attacking Landale, and scores with the right hand. Nicely done. Mark Dayton been very good on the challenge. 9 out of 12. SGA bounces off of the rookie.
And that shot. Take a look at this, folks.
Ooh,
yeah.
The hip of Power going right. Nice rebound by Barnhizer, not letting Landale sneak in there. Shea uses muscle and size and goes.
Just love that. They love that kind of effort from a player.
SGA, tough shot on the free throw line, but he's still going to get the bounce there. Shea will, little hesitation. SGA Tough fadeaway shot right at the elbow, and he makes it look easy. That is so good from the reigning MVP. SGA sizing up the rookie, pulls, and ties it at 76. And they'll reset things here with 10 on the shot clock. Shea with Wells defending, wants another three. Tough step back that time. He gets it to go.
The guard one-on-one. This is Wells on this one here. Coward on the next possession here.
Got it right back from Caruso. He's in the exact same spot on the last possession. 10 seconds, another step back three, and another SGA from downtown.
I mean, he is doing his best, but he is guarding one of the game's most lethal scorers who has a total package. He is hanging on him, just trying not to let him get it. Man, that's a foul right there.
Oh, but this time, he works his way inside, and the foul!
He's just got the and one, and he can also knock down the three with those back-to-back jacks, man.
All right, for the last segment, let's talk about the Nets and Pacers. Both teams 1-9. Let's just zoom out big picture here. Nets 1-9, get blown out by the Knicks. Pacers 1-9, get blown out by the Warriors. No Tyrese Halliburton all year for the Pacers. Same record for both teams, but different flavors of bad depending on how you want to look at them. The Nets, post Big Three, they were supposed to have fun, young, competitive, scrappy team. Instead, they got a bottom-tier defense, disconnected offense, young guys plus vets with no timeline. Like, it just looks like it's completely random. Are you tanking? Are you trying to be competitive? Are you trying to develop? They need to decide kind of what they're trying to do in Brooklyn over there. If this is a stealth tank, lean into it. Feature Igor and the kids. Flip the vets for picks. Build an actual identity. If not, then why are you this bad? Why are all these teams cooking you if you're trying to be competitive? So the Brooklyn Nets kind of got to decide what they want to do here. I think they should go for the stealth tank, but let me know in the comments what you think, especially if you're a Brooklyn Nets fan. Pacers, this one is almost forgivable. It's kind of a finals hangover plus the gut punch of losing Tyrese. They have no offensive hub, which he was last year. Siakam and Mathurin are kind of forcing plays. The defense bleeding, easy shots, emotional drag from going to Game 7, and now they're getting smoked basically every night. They only have one win, and they shouldn't have won that game as a Warriors fan. They have a logical path. They can treat this as a Halliburton gap year, develop Nembhard, Naismith, Jarris. Just let these guys get some more reps so that they can then add a high pick to a healthy core next year instead of panic trading. I think this is probably the best case scenario. Halliburton's going to come back. He's going to be good. He's a point guard. He might not have that same explosiveness, but we'll see. But if they can get a high draft pick and keep this core together, I think that's the best case scenario. Siakam does have a big contract, but I think they should try to keep this core together and just add another high draft pick. Both teams 1-9. One of them feels like a confused slow motion tank, and the other one feels like a contender stuck in a gap year. How they handle the next 20 games, I think, will decide their next 5 years. So let me know in the comments what you think. All right, now some questions for you guys. Are the Rockets, Pistons, Knicks, Thunder, are these real contenders? Or is this just this week's hot noise? Nets fans, is this a full reset? Do we want to reset everything? Do we keep the coach? I mean, it seems like the ownership, if they know they should be tanking, then they would be okay with him losing these games, but they have to have some sort of plan in place. So Nets fans, let me know what you think about that. Pacers fans, gap year and regroup. Time to break it up. What do you guys think? You just made the finals last year. I would say gap year and regroup, but you guys let me know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit like if you want to vibe with me with these no fluff breakdowns. Subscribe to Backcourt Bytes, and I'll see you in the next one.